Hello students, good morning. Hello everybody. Here is Pradeep sir again with another session of compound interest from class 8 mathematics. In this session, we'll learn about calculating the compound interest when the rate of interest is compounded annually but the time is fraction, like time is 2.5 year or time is 1 year and 3 months, like that. So here the time is in fraction but the rate of interest is compounded annually. So let me show you one example how to solve the sum. Here the question given is find the compound interest, find the compound interest, find the compound interest on rupees 31250, 31,250 at 8% per annum for 2 whole 3 by 4 years. So here the principal is given, the rate of interest is given 8% per annum, means annually, and time is given 2 years and 3/4 years. So the time is in fraction. Okay, here the principal is rupees 31,250. The rate of interest is 8% per annum and time is given 2 whole 3 by 4 years. So in this type of sum, what we have to do, first of all, we will take the time as whole number. Only the whole number part will be taken. That is here it is 2 years and 3/4 years. So first we will take time equals to 2 years. We will calculate the amount and this amount will become the principal for the next 3 by 4 years. There we have to calculate the interest on that principal, on the new principal, with the time as 3 by 4 years, and that interest will be added to the new principal to find the total amount. Okay, so see this. So first of all, taking t equals to 2 years. Now since the rate of interest is calculated annually, therefore the conversion period n will be 2. When time is 2 years, n will be 2. Now amount equals to p multiplied with 1 plus r upon 100 to the power n. You all know the meaning of all these symbols. That is, p is the principal, r is the rate of interest, n is the conversion period, and a is the amount. So p is 31,250. One plus r is 8% and n is 2. So it is 31250. We can cancel this. By 4 it will be, by 2 it will be 4, and by 2 it will be 50. So it is 1 plus 4 upon 50 to the power 2. So rupees 31250 multiplied with 50 plus 4, that is 54 by 50 squared. Okay. Equals to rupees 31250 multiplied with 54 squared, 54 into 54 divided by 50 multiplied with 50. So this 0 0 cancelled. 55, this will be 625. 2 curls 50 is 25. 2 curls 54 is 27. Then 25 curls 25 is 1. 25 curls 625 is 25. So it is rupees 25 into 27 into 54. So we have to multiply this one. Okay. So it is rupees 36,450. So this is the amount after 2 years. Okay. Now we have to calculate the interest for next 3 years. Therefore, principal for next 3 by 4 years equals to rupees 36,450 time equals to 3 by 4 year, and rate of interest will be same, r equals to 8% per annum. Now we have to calculate the interest on this amount, this principal. So here we are going to use the formula of simple interest. Remember, you have learned in class 7 that simple interest is equals to P into R into T divided by 100. So here principal is rupees 36450. Rate of interest is 8%. Time is 3 by 4 years divided by 100. So 4 curls 4 is 1, 4 curls 8 is 2, 2 curls 100 is 50, 0 0 cancelled, 7 2 9. So it is 729 multiplied with 3. So it is 2187. Therefore, the interest on the next 3 by 4 years, 3/4 years is rupees 2187. Just check it once more. P is 36,450. Rate is 8%. Time is 3 by 4 years by 100. So this 4 curls 8 is 2, 4 curls 4 is 1, 2 curls 100 is 50, 0 0 cancelled, 5 curls 3 6 4 5, 5 7 is 35, 1 4, 5 2 is 10, 4 5, 5 9 is 45. So it is 729 multiplied with 3, that is 2187. Okay, then next what we have to do? Next we have to add this interest to the principal, that is 36450, 36,450, to get the total amount. total amount equals to rupees 36,450 plus rupees 2,187. So after adding, it will be 7,3,6,8,3 38,637. So this is the final amount, that is the amount after 2 by 2 whole 3 by 4 years, when the principal is rupees 31,250 and rate of interest is 8% per annum. So this is the amount, and compound interest will be, compound interest equals to rupees 38,637 minus 31,250. This is the original principal and this is the final amount. So by subtraction, so it is 7,387. Okay. So in this way we can calculate the amount and the compound interest if the rate of interest is given annually, but the time is a fraction, time is given in fraction. Okay. So one more sum I am going to do so that the whole thing will be more clear to you. And look at the question. Neha borrowed rupees 24,000 from the State Bank of India to buy a scooter. If the rate of interest be 10% per annum compounded annually, what payment, this is payment, what payment will she have to make after 2 years 3 months? Here also you can see that rate of interest is 10% per annum compounded annually, but the time is in fraction, 2 years 3 months. Okay. So what we have to do? First of all, we will take the time as 2 years, calculate the amount, and then this amount will become the principal for the next 3 months. We have to calculate the interest on these 3 months, taking the amount as the principal. Okay. So first of all, let me note down the information given here. The original principal is rupees 24,000. Rate of interest is 10% per annum compounded annually, and time is 2 years. First of all, we will take the time as 2 years, and since it is a case of annual rate of interest, therefore the conversion period n will be 2 also. Okay. Now the formula, A equals to P1 plus R upon 100 to the power n. The principal is rupees 24,000. One plus R is 10 upon 100 to the power 2. So rupees 24,000 is 1 0 cancelled. 1 plus 1 upon 10 to the power 2, rupees 24,000. This will be 11 upon 10 square equals to rupees 24,000 into 11 multiplied by 11 divided by 10 into 10. So these two zeros are cancelled. Therefore 240 multiplied with 11 into 11, that is 121. Therefore the amount obtained after 2 years is rupees 29,040. Okay. Now these 29,040 will become the principal for the next 3 months, and on this principal we have to calculate the interest for the next 3 months. So here the new principal is rupees 29,040. The rate of interest will remain same, 10% per annum, and the time will be 3 months. You all know 3 months means 3 upon 12, that is 1 by 4 years, 1 upon 4 years. So I have to calculate the simple interest on this new principal. So SI equals to P multiplied with R multiplied with T upon 100. So principal is rupees 29,040. Rate of interest is 10%. Time is 1 upon 4 and 100. So 0 cancelled. 29 plus 2904 rupees. So it is rupees 726. So rupees 726 is the simple interest on rupees 29,040 at the rate 10% per annum for 3 months, that is 1/4 of a year. Okay. So now what I have to do, I have to add this interest to the amount obtained after 2 years. Okay. So therefore total amount will be rupees 29,040 plus 726. Therefore amount, that is the final amount or the total amount, equals to rupees 29,040 plus rupees 726, rupees 29,766. Therefore Neha will have to pay rupees 29,766 after 2 years 3 months. 2 years and 3 months. Okay. So this is the way to calculate the amount if the time is given in fraction and rate of interest is given in annual, that is annual rate of interest. Now if you are interested to calculate how much interest she is paying after 2 years and 3 months, so let me show it. So compound interest will be the final amount, that is 29,766, and the principal money she has taken from the bank is rupees 24,000. Therefore it is 5,766. So she has paid this amount, this money, rupees 5,766 as the compound interest. Okay. So hope you have understood how the things are going on, isn't it? It is very simple. The whole sum will be done in 2 steps. In the first step, we will take the time as the whole number. Whatever time is given, we will take out the whole number part and calculate the amount, and next this amount will become the principal for the second part of the question. That is the second step. It will become the principal, rate will remain same, and the time will be given in fraction, so time will remain as it is, but remember time will be converted into years. Don't forget that. So there what we have to do, we have to calculate the simple interest on the new principal, and this interest will be added to the new principal to get the total amount. So the whole sum will be completed in 2 steps. Okay, so that's all. We have done so many sums, so many different types of sums, and this was the last type. So hope by now you can do any sum if you are given to do. Hope your concept and the basic knowledge on this chapter is clear by now. So I have a lot of confidence on you that if any question is given from this chapter, you can easily answer it. Okay, so hope for the best, and practice hard because your exams are nearing. So meet you in the next class. Till then, goodbye and have a nice day.